Hi guys, welcome back to Charmin's Kitchen. Today I hope everybody's having a very warm day because it's rainy and it's a little bit on the cooler side here. And I went to the store today and I saw some beautiful USA blue crabs. They're not the big crabs, they're small crabs and they're very soft. When you cook them, you can easily bite into them and it's not the very hard one. Somebody had requested for me to cook crab curry. Guys, I couldn't find a Guyanese crab, so today I'm gonna use the US blue crab. So I have them here and I'm gonna show you guys. They're alive. I bought them all alive. I like when it's fresh. That's why I didn't cook the Guyanese crab yet, because I don't like when it's in freezer and then cook it. I like to always cook fresh crab. So I'm gonna show you guys the set that I bought. I have them in a big sink here in my basement because I have to take the back shell off before I take it up to my upstairs kitchen, and I have to be careful to do one by one and so they don't run away or bite me. So I'm gonna show you guys. So guys, here they are. They're all crawling in here. Look at that. So I'm so scared now. I have to be careful how I'm doing this because I don't want them. They're holding on to each other. Look how they're holding on.
Be careful,
and I have to be careful that they don't climb out the bag. Natalie, don't come in the thing. You're blocking the line. So I have to be careful that they don't come out to here, because then I'm gonna have to run after them. So this one here, another one is biting onto this one. They're all alive though. Look, I can't even pull it up. And then these, look.
That's creepy.
So I have to take off the shell. I'm gonna have to be careful and take it off so I don't get bitten by them. And I'm gonna show you guys when I finish doing that. But they're alive and I'm a little bit scared how to get the backs off.
You can
Unfortunately, the store that I went, they don't take the backs for you. Take the back off. But today I'm gonna try with some gloves or something to get them off. This one is biting onto the other one. See?
That's a bad crab.
So guys, I managed to take the backs off and I cut at the tip of like the claws off because that's pointy. Trim those ones at the end because they were pointy, and you see how they have some hair on the end. I'm gonna scrape those off. I'm not finished cleaning it because I just leave this one on so I can show you guys. You have to take these off. So I took most of it, but I wanted to show how I clean it. And then you take these off, and then all this inside here you have to get it out because that's not edible. And I'm gonna take a toothbrush and scrub it. These are clean crab because they're water crab, they're not mud crab, so it's not gonna be too hard to clean. You can use an old toothbrush, a new toothbrush, some small kind of brush that you can get in between these legs, these tiny legs here, because you want to make sure that it's scrubbed nicely. When you finish with it, it doesn't have that muddy, actually there's no mud, but that dirty kind of taste. So I'm gonna scrub them one by one, and I'm cooking them whole like this because they're small, and if you cut them back in half, then you're not gonna get too much out of it. So I'm just gonna cook one by one like that. But after I finish cleaning it and washing it in lime and all that, I'll come back and show you guys how it looks when I finish. Guys, here I have those crab wash. It took me a while to scrub between each legs of these crab with my fine toothbrush, and it's now nice and white and clean. Here I have all my ingredients that I'm going to be putting into. So I'm going to show you guys. I have half of a coconut grated, and I'm going to be adding into here some water, and I think I only need about 1.5 cups. So I measure the water and I'm going to put it in here so the milk can start forming up. And then I have my dried ingredients, which is right here. I have some garam masala and I have half a teaspoon. It's not a lot of crab, so I'm putting a little bit. I have 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. I have 1 teaspoon of roasted jeera or cumin, and I have 1 tablespoon of Lala's curry powder. Actually, I put 2 tablespoons of Lala's curry powder, and in here I have all my seasoning. I have 2 green onions. I'm gonna blend these up. I have 2 small onions. I have half of a hot pepper. I have 5 cloves of garlic. I have 3 of the thick leaf or broadleaf thyme. And I'm gonna blend up all this except for the onion. I like to cut my onions up. And I'm gonna add Edo to thicken up the gravy of this crab. Usually when I cook crab curry, I would add Edos. You can add balange or eggplant or baigan, but my son doesn't like baigan in the crab curry, and or you can add squash, but we cooked squash a few days ago. So today I'm going to use Edos, and I love Edos because Edos are rich in iron, so another good thing for the dish. So I'm going to blend up my green seasoning, and then I'll come right back and show you guys the next step. For those who already see me make curry, they will know exactly what I'm doing, but for the ones who are just tuning in, or if this is your first time, I'm gonna show you guys how I put this together. So guys, I have my green seasoning all done here. I'm gonna put some into the crab just to give it some flavor because the back is open, so I want to flavor up the back before I put them into the pot. And this is gonna absorb all that good nice seasoning, and here I'm gonna add the rest of the seasoning to the dry ingredients. So there it is, and I will add some water to this to make it a paste, and then I will start cooking the curry. Okay guys, so let's put all this good stuff in here, and we're gonna cook this up until it changes to a nice brown color, and all the spices are cooked in a little. We don't want to put the crab into raw spices, so we're going to cook this for a little. I'm going to cover it down about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'll come back and add my onions. Okay, let's check this, and it is cooking up nicely. I can't wait. The color is changing, so let me add my water from this blender cup, because this is going to help the spices to cook and open up a little bit more. And I'm going to add my 2 onion here now. So in goes those 2 onions, and then I'll cover this so some of the water can cook out and the onion can get to cook a little before I add my crab into here. We will come back, give it a minute or so, and then we'll come right back and add our crab to that. Okay, let's see this. And it is cooking nicely, so it's actually sticking to the bottom and catching a little. That means it's ready for me to add my crab. So this is smelling amazing. I'm gonna add my crabs in here, and look how I season up this. So I'm gonna put them in, and like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna cook them whole because they're small crabs, and if they were bigger I would have cut them in half, but it's gonna be no use if I cut them in half. So I'm gonna add all this, and then I'm gonna give it a stir, and we're gonna add those Edos, and this won't take long to cook. This is a very soft crab. The shell is so soft, so I don't want to you don't have to overcook this. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of salt, and I'm gonna add it right here. I had add some salt when I finished washing it, because this salt, when you add it before, it's gonna soak in nicely into the crab. So let me turn this. Smells good, right, Matthew?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna add my Edos right here. This is my 2 Edos. I cut them into very small pieces so they can cook quickly. And I'm gonna turn my stove on low, guys, by the time I'm squeezing out my coconut milk. So guys, I'm gonna add my coconut milk, and I'm adding 1.5 cups of coconut milk. If this is not enough, I'm gonna add a little bit more water and squeeze this coconut again. And I think because it's not covering all of the crab, I'm gonna add a little bit more, not too much, because we don't want it to have too much of the liquid. But let me just shake it up and then I'll see how much more I have to add. Let me just, I almost hold it with my bare hands. So I'm just gonna shake it up like this. And then let me mix this up. I'm just gonna add a little bit, maybe a half a cup more into here because the ones on the top won't get to cook properly. So about a half more cup, I will do that and add it to the dish to make sure that it's cooked properly. So guys, this is it, it's done. I'm gonna turn it off now and see how it's looking red. That means the crab is cooked and I have enough gravy in the bottom there. I'm gonna dish out and let you guys see. This is my plate of the US blue crab. Now that it's cooked, it looked like orangish color, and I did it with some Edo's and coconut milk because I love the taste of coconut milk in seafood. It gives a nice flavor and it takes out the sea-ish kind of taste. So here I'm gonna mix up, and I cook this with a little bit of gravy, just enough to eat with the rice. So I'm mashing up my Edo because the Edo really thicken up the gravy nicely. And I'm gonna dip into the rice with the gravy, but I'll taste a piece of the crab and let you guys know. For all my YouTube subscribers and viewers, this is your mouthful. Cheers to you guys. Hope you guys had a wonderful day so far. That's so good. The arrows were melting away and it's so delicious with that nice sweetness from the coconut milk. It is amazing. And in here usually have a lot of meat. I'm gonna dig in, and a lot of juice as well. They suck up all the juice from the coconut milk. So guys, I'm gonna try to get some of this meat out here. Look, so good, so rich, and the freshness from the crab because they were alive. The meat is so nice and rich. Guys, crab takes a little bit of a time to eat, but it's a really nice dish. If you love crab, you will really enjoy a nice crab curry. So here's a lot more of meat, and I'm gonna take my time and eat this dish. I'm gonna use my hands and my fingers in some part, and I'm just gonna enjoy this plate of goodness. Hope you guys like the recipe. Hope it was good for you to follow. Comment, let me know what you would like me to make next. Until then, stay blessed. Have a good night. Bye for now.